Hello everyone, now I'm here with my next video of Scanner class. Actually, so many students want to use this class because comparatively it is easier one. That's why I want to provide you video for that so that so many students were doing the silly mistakes. They are not supposed to do that. That's why go through this video and never do silly mistakes again and again. See, actually when we are accepting data from console, then we are having different ways. First one is function argument, then we have command line argument, then we have buffer reader class, and then we have scanner class. All four of them allow us to accept data from keyboard. Function argument basically accepts data from function. Command line argument also accepts data from functions, but in array format. Buffer reader take help of buffer so that communication will be easier. But few lines were larger one to write, to remember. That's why we are having one advanced version, that is scanner class. Scanner class never use any function for conversions. That's why lines whatever present in scanner are comparatively shorter than buffer reader. See, first of all, scanner allow us to accept data from any of the sources, and the best thing is scanner never required any conversion system. For example, if we are accepting data from keyboard, then we can use scanner. If we want to accept data from a file, then we can use scanner. If we want to accept data from string or a particular sentence, then we can use scanner. Means any sources we can take as input. What you have to remember, scanner always present in java.util package. And scanner is a class. That's why whenever you want to use that class, you have to create object of that class. That's why syntax C, scanner, any object name equals to new scanner. Right now we are accepting data from keyboard, that's why we have to write system.in. System.in is basically used to accept data from a keyboard. And what you have to remember, we can write any object name. I had written in, you can write any. And one more thing, the scanner system.in function bracket. This part is constructor. We are going to study constructor also. In this line, you have to remember this part indicates constructor. In the next point, see, whenever we are writing in a bracket, that is argument, whatever we are writing. And the scanner class necessarily needs JDK 1.5 or more because this one is advanced version, previously it is not there. And whenever you are using BlueJ version, you have to use 2.5 or more because it is advanced version. You have to remember that whenever you are using scanner, the JDK and the BlueJ version should be more than this. And then scanner class basically deals with tokens. And what do you mean by token? First of all, set of characters separated with delimiter. What is delimiter? Delimiter by default is white space. First of all, remember that when we are reading a sentence first time, then what a teacher or a parent tell us, that a sentence is a combination of words, and how we are going to know this one is a word? By reading character by character and concatenating it till the space come. That is a word. The same way scanner do, accepts character by character till space comes. The set of characters is token and space is a by default delimiter. And some delimiters are given here. You can use any of them. And always remember, scanner class is having a function named next. Maximum functions contain next word. Next indicates token, means set of characters separated with delimiter. By default delimiter is space. And if we are dealing with a file, then delimiter may be a carriage return, end of file. These kinds of things are present in a file. And these are few functions which are present in scanner for accepting data. Actually, when we want to accept byte, then we have to write next byte. Next indicates token, and next byte doesn't require any conversion. Then we have next short, next int. In the time of buffer reader, we have to write integer.parseInt in.readline. But in this, you have to write object name dot next int, object name dot next long. In this way, the longest line should be reduced and become which contains only two words, object name dot next int, object name dot next long, in this way. And if you want to accept a single word, then you have to write next. If you want to accept a full line, then you have to write next line. And one more thing, for accepting a character, there is no function. That's why if you want to accept a character, then you have to write next function bracket dot caret 0. Caret 0 is a function of string, and you are accepting first letter from a string. If you want to accept a character, then you have to write this. If you want to accept a number which contain decimal, then you have to write next dot next float next double. And if you want to accept a number without decimal point, you can use next short, next int, next long. If you want to accept a word, then use next. And if you want to accept line, then use next line. If you want to accept boolean value, then use next boolean. Please, one sentence. Data from user, integer type value, two integer type value we want to accept, and we want to add both of them. Then how? By using scanner. First of all, we have to use java.util .scanner. Because I'm writing scanner here, that's why we are importing only one class from java.util. Normally, if I'm writing import java.util.asterisk, it indicates we are accepting each and every classes from java.util. And then see, we are accepting two numbers in integer format. Then we have to write s dot next int. S is a object. See, scanner s is equals to new scanner system dot in. S is object of scanner class. We have to accept integer value. That's why we are writing s dot next int. Next int accepts value in integer format. It never requires any conversion. The same way we are accepting second number, we are storing both of them in num1 and num2, and then we are adding both of them together. See, in first point we are accepting scanner class, in second point we are creating object of scanner class, because if we want to deal with a class we have to create object. The third one, we are declaring a variable for accepting value, and fourth one, we are accepting value from keyboard. Keyboard is a console. Then we have few more functions which shows us we are accepting the same data what we want or not. If I want to check whether the token is in the byte format or not, before accepting it, I can use has next byte. If I want to check whether the data what we are accepting is in short format or not, then I can use has next short. The same way the other functions do the work. If I want to accept data in float format and I want to firstly check whether the data is in float format or not, then I can use has next float, because all these functions return us boolean value. That's why I'm writing boolean has next, because all these functions returns us true or false, whether what we are accepting data in the same format or not. These functions help us to judge whether the data is in the same format or not. That's why we are getting true or false as a return type from these function. See, one more demo for that. If I want to check whether whatever data I want to accept is in the same format or not, see, accepting data from this user, but I don't know in which format user want to provide me data, then I can use has next functions, because has next function tell me whether this thing is in a given format or not. See, in this program user can provide me any sort of data. I'm ready to accept it. How? Because data can be in three formats, either in integer format without decimal point, second a number with decimal point, and the third one may be a set of characters or a character, anything. So that's now I'm ready to collect my data in any of the format. Program never provides me any error, any value. Without declaring a variable, I am ready to accept that data. See, in this program, I've written enter your data, any data. If it is in integer format without decimal, has next long accepts it. If user provides me a number which contains decimal, then has next double inform me whether it is a double type data or not, and then I will accept it with n dot next double. And if in both the format user never provides us, then we will accept it with the help of n dot next line. N dot next line accepts any kind of data. See, in output I had shown you, if user provide me 1258 means integer value. accepted. If user provides me data with decimal value, accepted. If user provides me a sentence, it accepted without declaring a variable. This functions provides us that we can accept any kind of data which we want. If you want to use these kinds of functions, you can use it. See, something about delimiter I want to tell you. If you want to see delimiter, you can see by using a function delimiter. By default, I told you white space is a delimiter. But if you want to see whether it is white space or not, then you can see. See, with this function I'll told you about, if we want to provide a sentence in scanner, it is possible as input. In which manner? See, scanner sc is equals to new scanner. In function bracket I had written s. S contain hello everyone, have fun. Scanner accepts any kind of data. I told you earlier, from any of the source. Now source is string. Previously source is keyboard. That's why I'm writing system.in in bracket. But now source is string. And sc.delimiter shows us which delimiter right now we are using. See, in output we are getting Java white space as output because this delimiter is white space. Then I am trying to change that delimiter as comma. See, if you want to change your delimiter, you have to specify within double quotes. By using a function, use delimiter. What we have to write? Object.use delimiter within double quotes any delimiter. See, if you want to see whether the delimiter is changed or not, you can see with the function delimiter. System.out.println sc.delimiter shows us comma. See, in output comma is present. If you want to see whether comma is behaving like a token or behaving like a delimiter or not, or picking that token or not, see, I'm showing you right now how a token is picked one by one. See, while function I'm using, because I don't know how many tokens are present in a particular sentence, that's why I'm using while. While is a kind of a function where we are not supposed to provide any of the limits. That's why we are having two types of loops: for loop, while loop, do while loop, but types is only two. That is where we know how many iterations we are having, and in another one means fixed iteration, and in another one we don't know how many iterations we are having. That loop is variable, means while and do while both are variable loop and for is fixed loop. Now I want variable loop because I don't know how many tokens string is having. That's why I'm using while. See, has next checks whether a string is having next token or not. See, sc.hasNext inform me whether sc object contain another token or not. If it provides me true, then I'm ready to accept that token. Next provide me token. I'll told you previously that set of characters separated with delimiter is token, and now delimiter is comma. In set of characters we are accepting separated with delimiter. See, hello separated with comma, everyone separated with comma, have fun is not having any comma there. But remember, scanner always provide delimiter in last so that scanner can pick the last token also. That's why by default scanner place delimiter in last. That's why the set of token what we are having 3 tokens right now. Hello, everyone, have fun. 3 tokens we are having. The same way, this program shows me 3 tokens. Hello, everyone, have fun. Because these token was separated with comma. And see the next example. Hello, word, everyone, word, have fun. Now I am placing word between hello, everyone, have fun. Because I am trying to create word as delimiter. Firstly, see, scanner S is equals to new scanner S. I am placing S in constructor. And S now provides us input. SC is object and SC.delimiter function shows us a default delimiter. See in output, the default delimiter is white space. And now I am converting a delimiter into word. And now word is a delimiter. WORD is a delimiter. Delimiter always breaks a sentence into parts. See, the sentence is broken into 3 parts. First part is hello, second one is everyone, and third one is have fun. See, after converting a default delimiter into word, I'm trying to display my delimiter. That's why I'm writing sc.delimiter in system.println. See in output, we are getting WORD word as our delimiter. Means it is set. Now I want to pick my tokens one by one. Has next shows me that we are having a next token. And sc.next pick it for me. One by one is going to pick that token 3 times. This function provides us token. First one is hello, next one is everyone, and third one is have fun. And always remember that it is case sensitive. If I'm writing word W capital, then it never behaves like a token. If I'm placing WORD in capital letters in string and small letter in use delimiter, it never behaves like a delimiter because it is case sensitive. And if you are able to understand, then press like. If you don't able to understand, ask me doubts, whatever you are having. And again, thanks for watching.